Hello, and welcome to today's trending contract, Grande Maison Bubai, set in Dubai and supplied to us today by Shaco 1610. So with no briefing, we'll move straight on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them, along with a free map. For today's challenge, we'll be starting as the penthouse staff. We're going to have an enigmatic gas grenade stored up in the penthouse ventilation room, and we'll be bringing with us a lethal syringe and a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to vacate the bar here. We are going to make our way down towards the kitchen, and more specifically we are heading for the pantry, and in here we will find another housekeeping staff member who is also an enforcer, so they are going to have to go to sleep. So we're going to sneak around the boxes up behind the enforcer and render them unconscious. We're going to deposit them in the chest freezer provided, and then we're going to turn on the ice machine and grab ourselves the screwdriver. The screwdriver is not strictly necessary. Once the ice machine has alerted the attention of the famous chef, although I've never heard of him, he's no Gordon Ramsay, we're going to turn off the ice machine once again, and when the chef comes in to investigate, we can either launch the screwdriver at his head, rather like this, or we can approach him from behind, plant 2 in his back with the silenced pistol, or shoot him in the head. Or we can give him a neck massage. The choice is entirely up to you. So with our first target taken care of, we're going to make our way straight to the ventilation room, avoiding the enforcer young lady off to our right in the study. We're going to grab the remote enigmatic gas grenade in the briefcase. We're going to remove it from the briefcase and return it straight to the briefcase, and that will then activate it. We're going to make our way back out into the study area and out of the upper penthouse levels via the stairs here. And our next target is one of Mr. Carl Ingram's bodyguards. And Mr. Ingram is currently leaning on a balcony listening to the Sheikh give his speech down in the atrium. So we're just going to take care of that camera. You can avoid it if you want, but I prefer to get rid of it. We're going to select our detonator, run straight up to our target currently on guard defending Mr. Ingram, and he will get sick and he will make his way along the corridor right this way to the nearby bathroom. We're just going to avoid this camera by hugging the wall, make our way past the bathroom and await the arrival of our target, who seems to be in no particular hurry. So here he comes now, and when he goes into the bathroom, we can then follow him in at a discreet distance, and we can give him a nice refreshing cold drink of water that will hopefully make him feel a lot better. So I'm going to drop my briefcase in here as well, as we don't need that. So get these down here, mate. This will make you feel a whole lot better. It will stop that stomach bug, guaranteed. So we are now 2 targets down with 3 to go. Our next target is one of the tech crew above the art installation. So we're just going to make our way over the balcony off to our right once no one is looking. And we will be trespassing in this area, so we do need to be a little bit careful. So once the gentleman on the right approaches our target and engages him in conversation, we're going to hop over the fencing, and we're just going to wait behind the partition here. Once the conversation has played out and everybody goes back to their usual positions, we can then exit from our little hidey space. We can grab the propane cylinder that you can see just off to our right here, and we're going to place that behind our target Now I know that he has a very short routine. He moves up and down along that bench area, so I want to be somewhat careful about this. But once we've got the propane cylinder in place, we can hop back over the scaffolding, and from here we will get a nice clear view of the propane, and all we can do is detonate that very quickly, and we can then hide ourselves back up on the penthouse area. So up here we are no longer trespassing, and we can move casually once again, and we're going to move on to our final 2 targets, one of which is currently located on the helipad, and that is Mr. Maverick himself, the Top Gun helicopter pilot. So there he is, and we know exactly how to deal with this gentleman here. We have 2 or 3 opportunities in which to deal with him. My favourite being to make him nice and warm very briefly by putting a bullet hole in the oil drum just off to the side here. When he comes over to investigate, we're going to put a bullet hole in the floor, igniting the oil, and down goes Mr. Maverick. Not flying so high now, are we? So with him taken care of, all that's left is our final target, and we're going to make our way all the way down to the lowest level that we can achieve, which is right down by the kitchens. Now making our way through this area, we are trespassing once again, so we're just going to let that young lady make her way up the stairs, give her a nice wide berth as we make our way around the corridor, using what we can for cover until we get back into the staff only corridors, and we are no longer trespassing, so we can then make our way straight down the stairs all the way down to the very bottom. And rather than go into the kitchens, we're going to go into the storage room, and we're going to grab this wrench from the boxes on our way. Now in here are 2 staff members, one being a guard and one being a housekeeper. They are both here having a cigarette in a no smoking zone, which is very illegal. So we're just going to throw our wrench over into the corner of the room. That will attract the attention of our target, the guard, and when he comes over to investigate, we can then jab him with our needle, and he will go down rather gracefully. The young lady will have her back to us, so she is none the wiser, and once that is all taken care of, all that's left for us to do is to make good our escape, and the nearest available safe exit is the lift exit back up by the security office. So there we go, one more trending contract taken care of, and we get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan. We had no objectives, and we get ourselves a silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.